There's a famous thought experiment in ethics about organ transplants. Suppose there are 5 dying patients waiting for organ transplant, and each of them needs a different organ. One needs a heart, and one needs a kidney. At this time, a young man came for a medical examination, and the doctor found that the young man was healthy, so he envisioned if his organs were transplanted to patients, only one person would die, but 5 people could be saved. Although it's a hypothesis, such dilemmas happen every day in reality. What makes organ transplantation difficult? Besides the well-known problem of rejection, it's ethic. For example, I need a kidney, and my friend is healthy and willing to give me one. Is that okay? China limits donor for living organ transplantation by law. The donor shall be the recipient's spouse, immediate family, collateral relatives by blood up to 3 generations. Although regulations avoid ethical controversy and take the success rate of match into account, they narrow the range of donor sources. According to the China Organ Transplantation Development Report 2019, there are about more than 1 million patients in need of kidney transplantation and about 300,000 patients with end-stage liver disease in need of liver transplantation in China, and only about 10,000 transplants can be performed nationwide each year. Due to stringent conditions for living organ transplantation, even if the donation is made between close relatives, transplantation may fail for mismatch. In 2007, the second affiliated hospital of Guangzhou Medical College had a case where a 17-year-old girl, He Yiwen, had to undergo a kidney transplant because she was suffering from anemia. However, her family was greatly disappointed when the result came out. In such cases, organ donation from strangers becomes a lifeline for many patients who are critically ill. China has completely banned the use of organs from death row for transplantation in 2015. The only remaining source of organs is organ donation. The key is voluntary. According to 2019 global organ donation data released by the International Organ Donation and Transplantation Registry, what's the reason for the less willingness of Chinese people to donate their organs? Many people may feel that it's the influence of traditional culture. After all, in Chinese tradition, it's often believed that the body is a treasure given by parents, and it's considered respectful to leave the body intact after death. According to a survey conducted by the National Health and Family Planning Commission, among the reasons unwilling to donate organs, the influence of traditional concepts accounted for 33.1%. Up to 30.1% of respondents were worried that the organs donated would cause organ trading. Therefore, in fact, a considerable number of people are not concerned about the traditional concepts of leaving the body intact after death, but whether the organs will be traded. To solve this problem, some economists have proposed the creation of a legal organ market. The most important support for this idea is incentive theory in behavioral economics. Legal organ trading, a concept perhaps too far ahead of its time, is rejected by many people. What are its pros and cons? In the late 1940s, incentive mechanism gained popularity with the emergence of behaviorism in psychology. Behaviorists conducted experiments to train animals with rewards and punishments to make various actions performed. Later, behavioral training evolved from training rats to run mazes to training infants and people with mental disease. Economists then believed that the carrot and stick approach could also be applied to human beings. With this in mind, the proposal to legalize organ trade was born. Economists have argued that incentive works better than altruism. And the Chicago School economist Gary Becker has even argued that in the free market, if prices were high enough, there would no longer be a shortage of organs. To support his argument, he even calculated the price of a kidney to be about $19,800 based on the risk of death, length of recovery, and the risk of reducing quality of life. So, legalizing the sales of organs effectively increased the supply of organs. Would the poor benefit in such a market or suffer more? Only countries having legalized organ trade may answer these questions. And Iran is the one and the only country. In the 1980s, Iran also faced a shortage of organs, especially kidneys. To solve this problem, in 1998, Iran decided to implement a bill to legalize organ trade. The rate of organ transplantation in Iran has been steadily increasing since then, from 10% in 2003 to 38% in 2012. By today, the long line of people waiting for a kidney has almost disappeared in Iran. And once the procedure is completed, the donor receives an honorarium of up to $4,600 paid by the government. Due to brand-new U.S. sanctions on Iran, the domestic economy is so stressed that one-third of Iranians still live below poverty line with a monthly income of about $200 during 2019 to 2020. These results seem to indicate that the marketization of organ is bearing fruit. However, if legalizing organ trade really works well, why is organ trading banned in most countries in the world today? The medical and consultant for World Health Organization raised the issue as only kidney can be transplanted alive, while other organs such as heart, liver, and lung can be transplanted only after death of the donor. Put yourself in a situation where organ trade is legalized. If you desperately needed to sell your organs to improve your situation, would you prefer to receive payment while you're alive, or would you prefer to sell your organs after you die? From human nature, few people give for gains that they can't see, so number of people willing to donate their organs after death decreases dramatically. When profit motive replaces altruism, patients waiting for organ transplants such as heart transplants will die in large numbers. Moreover, the economic benefits of selling organs to the poor are actually very limited and sometimes even counterproductive. In 2003, a poor Filipino welder named Danilo sold his kidney to a Canadian family for $1,650 to improve his situation. Yet 17 years later, he is still living a dirty, shanty town. And because of the lack of a kidney, his health is in ruins and he can't even work for more than 2 days in a row. This shows that the extremely weak ones can be easily taken advantage of in free markets. And will the legalization of organ trading spur the illegal acquisition of others' organs? It's possible that the great chain of organ trade become more rampant, such as illegally obtain organs from neighbor countries and smuggling them into their own countries for trafficking, or even backfire on legal organ trade. Even the streets of Iran are pasted with advertisements for all kinds of illegal organ trading, and the price of a kidney is up to $15,000. Many poor people who intend to sell their organs choose to trade on the black market because they feel the official pricing is too low. After all, a kidney can only be sold once and they want to sell it for the highest price. And economists who advocate the role of incentives ignore an important point. Economic incentives can undermine or replace the altruism that people possess. Because those who voluntarily donate organs are altruistic, the use of incentives in such cases can devalue and exclude altruism. In fact, a sense of morality and responsibility to others, society, and nation is a natural motivation for a person of sound personality. It not only enhances people's self-acceptance, but also makes them appreciate their social value. In the organ donation cases, there are many people who are in poverty but still want to help others. On March 4, 2017, Liu Wenjun, a courier in Changzhou, died after a car accident. He donated some of his organs. His lungs, livers, and kidneys saved the lives of 4 people. Liu was the breadwinner of the family. After his death, the family of 5 lived on the monthly income of about 5,000 yuan from his wife and father. Although they still have a debt of 17,000 yuan, the kind and strong family haven't told the public about the organ donation, including the courier company where Liu worked. These poor and ordinary families donated their organs with no desire to ask society for something in return, but with a simple idea to help others, hoping that the lives of their loved ones would continue in this way. With development of society and liberation of people's mindset, in the future, more people put aside their doubts and worries to join the ranks of organ donation voluntarily. A society full of altruism and mutual aid can't be achieved by financial incentive merely, because the self-approval that people derive from altruistic behavior comes to some extent from the sacrifices they make.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy it.